Just hit the top button.
Record, see?
Oh yeah.
It's recording already. Okay.
Do you want to just leave it recorded?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Well, welcome to the group, everyone. As you know, my name is Adam. I run a group for grievance and loss. Talia is my partner. To begin, I want everybody to just think about why they're here and what they want from the group. There could be something bothering you. There might be something that you need help with, something that you can hear about from another person. And that's the purpose of this group. To begin today's session, let's just do an introduction. Once again, I'm Adam. I've been leading group counseling sessions since 1984. It's something that I think pertains to me well because I lost my parents at a young age, and it allows me to reflect on my struggles with loss. So I've managed to make a lifelong career out of it and something I really enjoy.
Okay, so I will be Adam's co-facilitator. My name is Natalia, and I've been involved in grief and loss groups for 7 years. I do have a BS in social work, and the reason why I'm in this field is because I myself have experienced loss as well, which is I lost my brother to suicide, and that was 10 years ago. But as you all may know, through the extent of time, it doesn't necessarily get much easier, but we learn to live with the loss. And that's just what we're here for, right? Is to learn to live with the loss, to continue our life, still maintain the memory of our loved one vividly in our life, but just live.
Do you want to go ahead, Carmack? Sorry, Lindsay.
I'm Lindsay. I'm here because my husband, John, died in a car accident 9 months ago. He was hit by a semi-truck and died on impact. And now I'm raising our 2 young children on my own.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you for sharing.
I'm Carol. I'm 31 years old. I have a husband and 1 daughter. She's 13. Her name is Penny. And I'm here because 5 months ago I lost my best friend to breast cancer. And we've been friends since we were babies, basically. And she's also got a husband and a daughter who's friends with my daughter. They're both 13. And a little son who's 6 years old. So it's just been really hard. My life is completely different without her. And I'm just here because I want to learn ways to cope. And I just want to get better. I thought I would be better by now.
My name is Thomas. I'm 47 years old, and I'm an English teacher at a high school. I lost my daughter, Kim, 5 months ago in a drowning accident, and she was my only daughter, and I'm married. My wife's name is Rachel. And just recently it's been tough on me. We just went through Kim's birthday last month, so since then it's been a tough adjustment. So that's why I'm here.
My name is Miriam, and I lost my cousin. It's my grandmother. I don't know what that is. She died from diabetes-related issues. It's been really hard for me. I raised, well, not only did she raise 5 of her own kids, but she raised myself and 5 of my siblings.
there's certain ground rules to the group and its structure. So we just like to mention to be on time, of course, timeliness. Also, some of the information belongs only in this group, so keep it confidential. As well, we want to be supportive of each other. Okay? And if you're unhappy with the group, let us know.
Or if you're finding your group isn't the best fit for you, then please come and talk to us individually and let us know so we can arrange something else for you.
So, part of understanding the dynamics of the group is to put it in an analogy, and I like to use the visualization of a construction site and what it takes to work well together on a construction site. So there's lots of danger and lots of risk on a construction site, right? We need to be careful where we're walking, what we're doing, where we're going, and that might translate into the group of what we're saying. We're saying to each other, what we're choosing to listen to, how we're feeling about things. Okay? Construction workers need to work on the foundation first, so that the structure itself is strong and integral. This might reflect to the work that we all have to do together, right, to make sure that we're all progressing and moving forward. So in the coming weeks, and we can hopefully make real progress, and the construction of our lives becomes easier and more productive and efficient. So a quick question just for you guys to reflect on is as construction workers work together, what might that mean in this group for us? Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
Looking out for each other. I know I work on a construction site, and there's lots of hazards to be aware of. So using that in a different way of feelings, we can just be there to notice those if someone's unhappy, or rather than to be there for them, I guess.
So, and what would indicate there's a danger zone, that somebody's, there's lots of things going on in this group, lots of nerves, we're nervous, and that's normal, and that's part of it. So, that would be something, right? Okay. Does anybody have anything else to add to that?
Yes, I do. On construction sites, people wear helmets and steel-toe boots to protect themselves from dangers. I don't really know what that has to do with anything, but I just figured it makes sense.
Sounds good. Maybe come prepared.
Sure. Come prepared. I'm ready to share, or if you're not ready to share, maybe let us know why. Right. This is good stuff. So, as you all know, this is week 5 of our Lost and Great group. And just to begin this week on a positive note, why don't you tell me what was the highlight of your week? What were you looking forward to? What were you happy to accomplish, achieve? Let's begin.
Well, I guess on Wednesday night, my boyfriend Drew, we went to a surprise date, and we went to the town center. I've never been there before, and he's Italian actually, so we went to deli, got olives, and lunch meats, and salami, and bread, what are those desserts? Their bakeries is crazy cool. So yeah, that was really nice. Yeah, so I really appreciate it.
step, I think. It's a funny movie.
What movie?
It's called Bad Grandpa. Yeah.
You like the comedies?
Yeah. It's fun. It was a good relief.
On Thursday, my daughter Annie had a field trip, and her friend Lily, Olivia's daughter, they had a field trip at Tell Us World of Science, and I actually got to go along as a volunteer, which is rare because I'm a nurse, so I'm usually working. And yeah, it was really fun. Annie hasn't really been up for, she's missed the last couple of field trips actually because of being sad with Olivia. So it was nice for me and both of the girls to get to go, and we made that like stuff. Yeah, it was really fun. It was nice for us to all have a day together.
My friend's birthday this week, and a bunch of us girls just went out for dinner. Someone brought me flowers, and it was my birthday, so I was like, kind of awesome. One of the ladies that I know from church watched the kids, and I didn't have to worry about that. I just got to have an egg around my home, which I think I really needed.
Do you not have a lot of time to spend alone?
No, not really. The kids are both, Madison's in dance and Chase is in soccer, so during the week I'm busy with that, just preparing all their meals and making sure that they need haircuts, and I can't find time for that.
Yeah. Sometimes we get energy from being alone. It allows us to relax. And
That's what I'm hearing from this, from all your stories, is that you took the time to have self-care, me time, right? And that's really important. Because sometimes we forget about ourselves in the wake of grief, right? So it's really important, and I encourage you to keep it up, even if it's just an hour. Take it to yourself. Right? And how did that all make you feel? Having that, maybe that 1 hour on that special day.
Well, I guess it took my mind off things, like, I haven't really done anything the last couple months, like nothing new, I guess. So it's kind of cool to go somewhere new and experience foods that I haven't eaten before, so.
Thomas?
The alone time when I went to the gym, you're right, I felt way better, I felt like I did something for myself. And as working out, you get that natural high. So that was awesome. And then when I spent time with my wife, actually I'm still sore from the gym, but when I spent time with my wife, it just reminded me that, I'm still in a happy, loving marriage. So for a while there, I felt like everything was normal, which is a big step.
Well, I had fun. I feel like I had fun, and I haven't done that in a while. And it was really nice to see the girls enjoying themselves too. And I kind of was really hopeful that day that maybe things aren't as better. Still living our lives normally. And that was good.
I kind of just got myself together. I was really giving myself compliments, so I almost felt complete perfect. It did feel good. I wish I do that more.
So I'm hearing a positive response.
yeah. You're all on a journey. This journey of grieving is allowing you to see new ways to love and have interests and experiences. So part of our icebreaker, as per our agenda here, I was going to see just an exercise. So question for you to listen to and reflect on and just think about the process. So if you had a time machine that would only work once, say that.
Hadn't ever thought about that before either. But I definitely think that's where I go.
It's funny because my time is similar to Thomas's actually. When you asked that question, I thought I would go back just to relive the time when I thought I was going to have Annie. And it's really neat because Olivia and I have been best friends since birth. Our moms were friends. They were next door neighbors, and we're 1 month apart, so they were both pregnant at the same time with us, and we were raised together basically. So it was kind of crazy that Olivia and I both had the same experience. Our daughters are 2 months apart, and Lily, and it was just so funny finding out. It was like, usually people hate their pregnancies, but we had good pregnancies. We went baby clothes shopping, and just that whole time was really exciting, and it was exciting to find out when they were both girls. It was like our story happening all over again.
For myself, I think I would go back to the day that John passed away, just because I'd like to have a last memory. I always used to say to my friends that I cared more about being a mom than being a wife, and that I was more excited to have a baby than to get married. And now I'm starting to regret that. So I think he went out for breakfast just before he was going with a bunch of them at the place before they went to the construction site. And I think it'd just be cool to go back there and just have breakfast with him and just get to live in that moment and just be his wife instead of the mother of his kids. But it's a happy thing. Like, I don't think about it and like that I'm sad. Like, we were fine in the morning, the day of and stuff. It'd be nice to have one last meal with him and to just chat about silly things and be silly together. He's really silly fun, so.
You mentioned regretting that you regret the way you thought about the process previous, right? So I wonder if, with all the stress and suffering that we're often not fair to ourselves. So thanks for sharing.
Just listening to Thomas and talk about them being excited for the birth of their kids, and I guess it's not really a time machine. I don't really care about that, but my mom did. She gave me up after 10 days after having me. Right? My mom wasn't excited to have me like you guys are excited to have your kids, and that's why my cookbook took me. Because my mom didn't want me. So.
Not easy.
No. But I guess I had to go back in time. I suppose it would be when my cook we never lived on the res, but she used to when she was a little girl, and she would tell me all these stories and all these things that she used to do, like berry picking and fishing and swimming in creeks. And I suppose it would be nice to go to that place to know what life was like for her when she was little. She always talked about that so much.
Great. Okay. So I think we met last week, and when we wrapped it up, we had mentioned that you do some homework. So it was bring a poem, draw a picture, journal entry, bring something back with you to share in the group so that we open up. And today's session's going great. I can see there's all kinds of trust, but this is a trust exercise to get to know each other. So did everybody bring something to share?
Unfortunately.
Great. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what we got.
So, would anybody like to go first?
Not easy. Everybody's holding back. I have something too, and I'm holding back.
Okay, I'll leave the word one. I will, toss her. So, what I brought was a poem by Mary Elizabeth Fry. She's kind of one of my favorite writers. So. Do not stand at my grave and weep. I am not there. I do not sleep. I have 1,000 winds that blow. I am the diamond glints on snow. I am the sunlight on ripened grain. I am the gentle autumn rain. When you awaken in the morning's rush, I am the swift, uplifting rush of quiet birds circling flight. I am the soft light that shines at night. Do not stand at my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die. So, for me, this poem speaks about metaphorically not dying. So, as I mentioned earlier, that I lost a brother to suicide. And we were very extremely close. Almost like best friends. And for me, this really symbolizes that he's not really gone. He's there with me every day. When I'm going to work, and I'm out with friends, when I have a hard day, and maybe need someone to talk and share. But he's still with me, and that's the important part is, I know sometimes with grief, people tend to detach themselves from the deceased because it's easier. Because it's easier to cope with. And it's really important that we remember that they're still there. Maybe not physically, but they're still with us. They're still part of our lives. They're still going to be there on our journeys. I really like that.
It's very nice. There's just something so powerful about that. Don't stand at my grave and weep. Incredible. I myself do a bit of poetry, so I worked on something late last night when I couldn't sleep. I'll go ahead. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of the winter, we remember them. In the opening of the buds and in the warmth of the summer, we remember them. Just a little difficult. In the rustling of the leaves and in beauty of autumn, we remember them. I'm almost done. In the beginning of the year, when it ends, we remember them. Thank you. Thank you. So long.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
And what does that poem mean?
Well, it just means everything I've put together to make this group work and covers that. This journey of ours from running these groups has been, tough. And we'll always have a relationship with my parents in the past. It's a real journey.
Actually, in my teaching, I teach a lot of poetry, and it's just that it was really nice. I think a lot of people that struggle with this could use that. So, yeah.
Anybody else like to?
drive home, but I've been thinking about getting a tattoo. And this is what I want to get done. It's a rose,